One voicemail shattered everything I'd built for my family. I'm Sarah Ellis, 32, a cybersecurity analyst in Seattle, where I spend my days hunting invisible threats to billion-dollar systems. But no firewall I ever designed prepared me for the 14-second message that arrived on a rainy Thursday while I was microwaving leftover Thai food. My mother's voice, clipped and final. Sarah, we're done. You're no longer part of this family. Don't contact us again. We're moving forward without you. No context. No tremor of regret. Just a door slammed in my face. I stood frozen in my kitchen, takeout forgotten, heart hammering against my ribs. Then, the part of me trained to contain breaches took over. I didn't scream. I didn't beg. I sent one text. Understood. Then I got to work. I logged into the trust I'd created years ago, the one holding the lake house, the investment accounts, the duplex my parents were days from closing on with my down payment and credit. I revoked every permission tied to my name. No withdrawals, no new signatures, no changes without my explicit approval. I emailed the lender and removed myself from the mortgage application. By the time my food was cold, every financial bridge they assumed would always be there was quietly barricaded. I thought that would be the end. It was only the beginning. The next morning, my phone showed 58 missed calls.
Mom.
Dad. Their attorney. A new voicemail from the lawyer sounded almost panicked. Sarah, this is urgent. Call me immediately. I brewed coffee and ignored it. Texts poured in. Mom, it was a mistake. We were angry. Please talk to us. Dad. Sweetheart, let's fix this. Nothing from my younger sister, Lauren, the one who'd been unemployed for months and suddenly cared deeply about restructuring family assets. On my commute, I pulled up the Ring camera at my parents' house out of habit. Timestamp 6:47 a.m. My father on my doorstep downtown, staring up at my window, thumb hovering over the buzzer, then turning away. I felt a flicker of pain, then shut it down. When someone shows you they can discard you that easily, you don't owe them comfort when the discard backfires. At the office, my teammate noticed me staring through my monitor. You okay? She asked. I gave her the short version. She whistled low. They do realize you basically are the family wealth, right? I shrugged. They left a voicemail saying I'm out. So I locked the vault. Now they're discovering the combination only works with me. By lunchtime, a text from a cousin. Heard you bailed on the duplex because you're burned out. Everything all right? Burned out. Not my words. Lauren's. The picture sharpened. That evening, Lauren finally texted, You're overreacting and hurting Mom and Dad.
Stop being dramatic.
I didn't reply. Instead, I emailed the title company confirming my withdrawal and copied their attorney. Then I drafted a calm, dated notice to Lauren. Any attempt to alter trust documents, add beneficiaries, or represent my approval without my signed consent will be treated as unauthorized and reported. I hit send and started a folder titled Evidence. 3 days later, their new financial planner called Voice Tight. He'd seen draft amendments adding Lauren as co-trustee, with my forged approval referenced but no actual signature. I told him nothing was valid without me in person. He sighed with relief. Family gossip spread fast. Cousins whispered that I was struggling, controlling, having a breakdown. Lauren posted vague quotes about toxic siblings who weaponize money. I collected screenshots. Then my mom texted, just 10 minutes.
Please.
I agreed to one call. She put me on speaker. Dad was there too. They apologized for the wording, for listening to Lauren's stories that I'd threatened to cut them off, that I wanted sole control, and was planning to freeze them out. Lauren said you told her in the car after dinner, Mom said. I drove separately that night, I answered. Uber receipt says she did too. Different directions. Silence. Dad muttered. Why would she lie? Because she wanted my place at the table, I said. We set a meeting, all 4 of us in person next evening. I arrived with a folder thick enough to stop a bullet. Lauren sat clutching a tissue, eyes red. Mom and Dad looked exhausted. I laid out receipts, emails, texts, drafts with my name falsely attached, screenshots of posts, painting me unstable. One by one, Lauren's story collapsed. Mom finally turned to her. You told us Sarah said those things. You swore it. Lauren tried deflection, tears, outrage. Nothing held. Dad spoke first. We almost lost the one person actually keeping us safe because we believed the wrong daughter. The shift was immediate and irreversible. They asked me, not Lauren, to rewrite every document. Me and Dad as sole trustees. Mom as beneficiary. Lauren nowhere in control. Any future help for her would come from their personal funds, not the structures I'd built. Lauren begged for a small role, maybe marketing the rentals. I looked at her steadily. Build your own thing from zero. That's how credibility works. She stormed out, threatening lawsuits that never came. A month later, the duplex closed under new terms. My parents live rent-free in the lower unit for life. I own the upper two, one rented, one mine when I visit. The trust is ironclad, no hidden entries. Lauren moved into a studio, ideas fizzling without my capital. Family still mentions her struggles, but no one reaches for my checkbook anymore. I didn't destroy her. I simply stopped being her foundation. Some call it cold. I call it clarity. When someone tells you you're out, believe them. Then secure every door they forgot they needed your key to open. That isn't revenge. It's survival.